Hello and welcome to another episode of MJTCG. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, so I'm coming out with something new that I think you guys will like. I'm getting this inspiration from a YouTuber who is known as Rev's Cards. He's a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he got this idea from another YouTube creator named Nyman. And essentially the way it works is that they were building standard decks for Yu-Gi-Oh! Straight from just sealed products and not using any, and not purchasing cards like singles. So I am going to try something similar, obviously not with standard because it's a little bit more difficult in Magic because there's not really pre-constructed decks that would work well enough for standard. You're really far behind. So what I am going to do for, though, is Commander to see if I can make a competitive Commander deck. So I bought a pre-constructed Commander deck. I picked this one because I like this Commander. I really don't know too much about him, but it's a straightforward Commander. Play a land. You may play an additional land each turn. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. Pretty solid. And I looked through the deck, and it looked decent, and it looked like a fun deck. To build around, blue is one of my colors that I enjoy playing the most, and green as well in Commander. So to supplement, I bought 6 booster packs. I got 2 Zendikar Rising set boosters, and I got 2 Keldheim set boosters, and then 2 Commander Legends booster packs. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to open up these packs on here. I'm not going to, I'll open this up, but I won't go through every card on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away, build a deck, and then I'm going to come back, show you the deck, and then the next time I do some Commander games, I'll play this deck a few times, get a record for it, come back to you guys in about a month, tell you how I did, and then from there I will also be putting in more product to see how we go. He does 30 euros a week. That's a lot. I'm not doing that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do around $40 a month, I think. This starting is going to be more because this alone was $30, and then the packs were like, these were like 3 and 4 each, and then this was $5 each. So I don't really not going to be able to do the 40 for this one, but I also wanted this deck, and I knew it was more expensive, so I don't really care for the first one. But the episodes afterwards, after this one, will all be $4 and under to help build this. And again, I'm starting with this deck. I might not end with blue-green, depending on what I crack in these packs. Maybe I get something cool in the Commander Legends. Maybe I get something cool in Keldheim. Maybe I get something cool in Zendikar Rising, or whatever other packs I end up getting along the way. And if this series is doing well, or even if it's not, if you guys are interested in putting suggestions in the comments about what packs you think I should get. So let's crack in and see what comes in this box. Whoa, this is packed tight. Okay, this does not want to open. Alright, I'm just going to have to rip this. As much as I wanted to keep it together, it's going to get ripped. Alright. So we got the deck, and the Commander comes with some other stuff here. What do we got? We got cardboard. We got the Commander. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be my Commander forever, but it is the Commander for now. Got the 99 cards and tokens. Got a life counter. What is it? Does it go up to? this side goes to 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. Goes to 20, and this side goes from 20 to 40. Huh. I guess they don't expect you to gain life in Commander. Weird. And then got this deck box that they gave me. I'm probably not going to use this. I actually ordered a deck box for this. So I'll use that special deck box. I also got some Dragon Shield sleeves to sleeve up the deck. So let's start by going through these packs. We'll end with Commander Legends because those are 20 cards each. We'll start with Zendikar Rising. This pack is damaged. I accidentally cut it when I was separating the packs. They were taped together. So these are set boosters. So there's a chance for lots of things. Got this art series thing here. Got full art land. Alright. Let's see if there's anything interesting we get. Alright, we got some sort of counters type thing. The spell costs 1 less to cast. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's pretty cool art. Okay. Alrighty, I'm not really sure about most of these. Alright, first rare. Its power toughness is its power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. Your party can consist up to each one of each a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. So as it stands, it's all 1/2 for 1. And at beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Interesting. Got this foil, and then that's that. That was a pretty lame pack. Not gonna lie. What does this do? Enters the battlefield. You can create a 2/2 Drake, and whenever I kick a spell, I can create a Drake. It deals combat damage to a player. Exile top card of your library. You may play it this turn. This is whenever a land enters the battlefield in a turn, it gets +2/+2. This is you gain 3, draw 3. Counter target non-creature spell unless the controller pays 1 for, plus an additional 1 for each card in your party. So there's a potential for this to be 1 counter unless they pay 5. This is a 2/2 that gets +1/+2 +1/+1 counters if it's kicked, and each creature with a +1/+1 counter has trample. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn, and if this spell is kicked, it gets +5/+5 instead. This is a 2/3 for 3 flying defender. If you play kicker, it gets 2 +1/+1 counters, and as long as it has a +1/+1 counter, it doesn't have defender. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell unless its controller pays 2. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard instead, counter that spell instead, then scry 2. This actually seems pretty decent. Again, we're just basing this off of the fact that we're not going to be, we're only opening a certain amount of cards. So we're not necessarily going to be getting the best of the best every time. We got Swamp, we got this. Malakir Blood Priest. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures in your party. You got this card here. It's a 3/4 for 4. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, it gets +1/+0 and has a menace. Zulaport Duelist. It's a 1/1 for 1 flash. When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Its controller mills 2. This card again. Sign of the Swarm. 3/3 flyer for 5. Vampire Cleric. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Sure-footed Infiltrator. 4 mana for 2/3. Tap and untap rogue you control. This creature can't be blocked. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Alright, we got Jawar Disruption. It is for 1 and a blue. Counter target spell unless the controller pays 1. And on the other side, it's a land. This is probably a card I will play because it's versatile. It can be a land, or it can be a mediocre counter spell. We got Expedition Healer. It's a 2/2 for 2 with Vigilance, and it has lifelink as long as you control another cleric. Sizzling Barrage. It deals 4 damage to target creature that blocked this turn. Alright, we got Relic Robber for 2 and a red. Haste. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless goblin construct artifact creature token with this creature can't block. And at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. Pretty decent. And then we got this shiny card here. It is creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. And then on the other side, it comes into play tapped. If I was playing white, maybe I would play this card, but probably not either way because both sides aren't great. And we got this cat token. So far, open nothing too great that I can see for this deck. Just a couple of cards here and there. I do think that the Commander Legends will have more for us because they are 20 cards per pack versus these being 12. Again, I accidentally cut this when I was separating them from each other because they were taped together. Alright, what do we have here? Backwards art series. Alright, we got here, that's pretty. Alright, we got Snow-Covered Island, Departed the Realm, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and then foretell. Carfell Harbinger, tap, add a blue, spend this mana only to cast foretell cards from your hand or cast instants or sorceries. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Raven Form, for 2 and a blue, exile target artifact or creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 blue bird with flying. With foretell, that doesn't seem terrible. I mean, it is a sorcery, so that's not great, but could be something. We got this Augury Raven, 3 and a blue, flyer, and then also has foretell. Then we got Behold the Multiverse, scry 2, then draw 2, 3 and a blue. It also has foretell. We got here Judge of Valor for 2 white, black, black, 2/4 with flying lifelink. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. That's a very blue effect, more so than black-white. Very interesting. Or not, I mean, it could be black effect too, but not very white. Renegade Reaper, 2 and a black, flying 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. If at least 1 angel was milled this way, you gain 4 life. Interesting. Oh, we got ourselves here rare. It is Sarloff, Realm Eater for 1 generic, black and green. It's a 3/3 wolf, legendary creature. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 1 or more counters on it, you may remove all of them. If you do, exile each other non-land permanent with a converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. That's very interesting. Solid card. Oh, we got ourselves another rare. Kalvari, God of Kinship, for 2 and 2 green. Legendary god, a creature god, 2/4. As long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures, gets +4/+2 in vigilance. For 1 green and tap, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a legendary creature card from among them and put it in your hand, put the rest in your library. And then it's a flip card, has an interesting other side. I actually have this card. It's 1 and a green. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type, tap, add a green, spend this mana only to cast a legendary creature spell or a creature of the chosen type. It's a pretty interesting card. We got Betrayer King for 3 green, 3 blue and a black. Others, snow, and zombie creatures you control get +1/+1. It's a 4/3, by the way. And for 3 snow, return from a graveyard to battlefield, tap. Pretty decent. And then we got this shiny Berserker Shieldmate. When it dies, create a 1/1 soldier. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, and then I got a card from the list. This is a 4/4 with Camille of Upkeep, but it only costs 2 to play. So interesting. I'm surprised and happy that I got a card from the list. Alright. A couple of interesting cards in that pack. Let's check out the next pack here. I see. The card from the list replaces the token. Pretty cool artwork. We got Snow-Covered Swamp, Scorned Effigy, 3 mana, 3 generic, 2/3, and then 0 Foretell. Disdainful Stroke, counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 greater. I'll probably play that. Bind the Monster for 1 blue, enchanted creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap an enchanted creature. It deals damage equal to its. It deals damage to mu equal to its power. Enchanted creature doesn't untap. Blah 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 blah. Counter. Oh no! Counter target artifact or enchantment. Probably not gonna play that. Hailstone Valkyrie for 3 and a black. Flying trample snow creature angel wizard for 2 snow, gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Interesting, but probably not going to play that because I'm not playing black right now. Vengeful Reaper for 3 and a black, flying death touch haste, 2/3, also has Foretell. Blood Sky Berserker for 2, 1 black and 1 generic. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Blood Sky Berserker, and it gains menace until end of turn. That's pretty interesting. Poison the Cup for 1 black, 1 and 2 black. Destroy target creature if the spell was foretold. Scry 2. Dream Devourer for black and a generic. Each non-land card in your hand without Foretell has Foretell. Its Foretell cost is equal to its converted mana cost reduced by 2. Whenever you foretell a card, this gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Pilfering Hawk for 1 and a blue. Flyer, tap, snow and tap, draw a card, then discard a card. It's a 1/2. We got here Grizzly Outrider, which is a 5/5 for 5. And then this. So that pack was actually not good. For the most part, we got 1 rare, which isn't bad, but no fancy bordered cards. We got some interesting potential playables. Definitely Disdainful Stroke. I don't think there's anything else in there. This pack was mostly black. That's actually crazy. Black and blue is what this pack was, except for 1 card being green and 1 being colorless artifact. Interesting. Oh, and it's a shiny Snow-Covered Swamp. Alright, now into the Commander Legends packs. Alright, let's see what we got here. Goblin Trailblazer for 1 in a red, 2/1 with Menace. Preordained, probably going to play that. Brand, target creature against death touch until end of turn. Crimson Fleet Commodore. Sorry, I can't read. 5/2 for 4. Trample, enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Sailor of Means. Get treasure, Fire Diamond, Squad Captain, Wild Heart Invoker, Elvish Doomsayer. I'll probably play that Invoker, by the way. It's a pretty solid card. Azure Fleet Admiral, 3/3 for 4. Enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Can't be blocked as long as you're the monarch. 9th Bridge Patrol. Sisay's Ring, probably play that card. Perilous Mirror. Warden of Evos Isles. Creatures spells you cast with flying cost 1 less to cast. Revenant. Star. Flyer for 5. Power and toughness equal number of creatures in your graveyard. Brass Herald. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. When Brass Herald comes into play, reveal top 4 cards of your library. Put all creature cards of the chosen type into to your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library, and then it anthems the creatures of that type. First rare, Body of Knowledge for 3 in blue. Body of Knowledge, power and toughness is equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever it deals damage, draw that many cards. Interesting. Again, Arcanium Weaver for red, white, and black. 2/3, and for red, white, and black, tap, sacrifice an enchantment, return target enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. Oh, we got a 3rd rare. 3/7 for 6/3, black, white, and green. Reach and Vigilance. Whenever this or another creature you control dies, return up to one other target creature with card with lesser toughness from your graveyard to your hand. Interesting. Oh, we got a shiny charcoal diamond, which will be nice. Can use that for as well. And then we got the salamander warrior. Alrighty. Oh wait, no, we can't use charcoal diamond. I keep forgetting we're not black. Too bad. But it's nice. Now I have 2 different legendary creatures I can eventually choose to build if I want instead of blue-green. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I can use any basic lands I want. It's not just the basics that come in here. I can add basic lands from my collection as well. But I cannot add non-basics. It's only whatever non-basics come in here and whatever non-basics I crack in the packs. And so far, I haven't opened any extras. Last pack. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Fartlit's a good card. Murder, but it's black. Okay. Enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Interesting. Ah, here we go. Opulent Palace. Sorry, Opal Palace, not Opulent. Opal Palace. It taps at a colorless or a generic and tap it. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool of your commander's identity. If you spend the mana to cast your commander, it enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each time it's been cast from your command zone. Alright, this is Scry 3. Then reveal the top card of your library. Draw cards equal that card's converted mana cost. Interesting. Remove, this card, Sunset Pyramid. Enters with 3 brick counters. 2 tap, remove a brick counter, draw a card. Or 2 tap, scry. That's not too bad. Strength of the Pack. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. A little expensive. Armored Sky Hunter for 3 and a white. Flyer. 3/3. Cat Knight. When it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or equipment card from among them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put on the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Sounds like a good card, just not for this. Rebek, Architect of Ascension for 3 and a white. 3/4. Artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. Has partner. Tech Salvage Splicer for 4 and a green. Enters the battlefield. Create a 3/3 green colorless artifact creature token. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it and each golem you control. It has partner as well. Ooh, shiny. Alright, Immaculate Magistrate for 3 and a green. And it's a 2/2, and then tap, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature for each elf you control. And then this golem. So all in all, the deck won't be too different from what it already is. Based off of what I opened, I didn't see too many great cards to add in and change. Maybe a few things here and there. But anyway, I'll be back once the deck is constructed.